Hope you guys are having a good day. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and today I want to give you an update on what's going on with the stock market and some interesting information about Microsoft and Google that you may want to put in your pocket in terms of knowing where your stocks are going to go. So get comfortable, buckle up, seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I am your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every single day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day under one condition. The condition is that we are Black first. Black first means that we are putting our community at the top of our priority list. Black first means we are B1. Black first means that we want our reparations. Black first means we educate our kids. If you are Black first, if you find yourself in that category, please put a hashtag B and the number one in the chat. Put a B1 in the chat. Let me know if you're Black first. Also, shout out what city you're from. I see some friends on Instagram. My Instagram is The Real Boyce Watkins. What's going on? Hey, El Haj and Duran from Maryland and Crystal. Good to see you. All right, so just so you know, I'm not going to be doing as much content in the upcoming week because the All Black National Convention is happening this week in Charlotte, North Carolina. And so if you'd like to learn more about the convention, you can either go to allblacknationalconvention.com or you can just stop at my website at boycewatkins.com. I'll put a lot of links up there too. And basically the convention is this great gathering, like a big family reunion where you get together with a bunch of other B1 people, intelligent Black people from around the world who want to solve problems. We gather almost 50 experts from all walks of life because we want to move things forward. White people have think tanks that help their community. Jewish people have think tanks that help their community. Asian people have think tanks that help their community. We need our own Black think tank, and it doesn't mean listening to rappers to get direction from your community. That's a good way to lose. So if you'd like to join us, just go to boycewatkins.com. You can join us virtually or you can join us in person. It's totally up to you. Let's get it cracking. Let's jump in. Okay, so right now with stocks, here's what you're dealing with. The reason I decided to do this quick little conversation with you is to let you know that there are some warnings of things that I've been talking about on this platform in terms of things you want to look out for. What people have expected is that because the Federal Reserve has been increasing interest rates at a consistent basis, there was going to be some sort of economic thunderstorm along the way. There's going to be some point at which corporations were going to start giving what you call bad guidance, where they're going to start letting you know, hey, just look out because the money may not be so good next quarter. You might want to just kind of watch out because bad things can happen. And so that's actually starting to happen. And one of the things I warned you guys about is that when you start seeing big companies like the Googles and the Microsofts tell you that their money's a little bit softer, that's when you got to watch out because that can lead to that next dip in the market. There are most experts believe that a bigger dip in the stock market is coming. Most experts do not believe that we have hit a bottom. Most experts do not feel that this is the time to go ahead and blow your whole load in terms of buying all the stock you can get. Some believe that it's a matter of holding back a little bit of cash so you can jump in and get involved a little bit later as the prices go up. So with that said, Google just announced that their numbers, the company's called Alphabet, but they just announced that their numbers are not going to be so good in the future. Let me see. I'm looking here at the headline. It's on CNBC. The headline is that Alphabet, aka Google, misses on earnings as YouTube shrinks. Company will cut headcount growth by half in Q4. So what basically Alphabet has announced is that YouTube is not making the money that it was making before. It's still making a ton of money. I mean, I think $54 billion in one quarter or something ridiculous. They make it like a couple $100 billion a year on YouTube, and I'm on YouTube, and they're making money from even people like me. The revenue of YouTube dropped by 2%, while they were expecting it to actually go up by 3%. This means the company did not make its numbers. That's bad news. Now, Microsoft actually exceeded its numbers. Microsoft came in with good numbers. The problem with Microsoft is that Microsoft came out with bad guidance. So basically, Microsoft came in ahead of what we were expecting in terms of revenue. I think that their quarterly profit was like $17 billion. I mean, these companies make an ungodly amount of money. But Microsoft basically said, look, we're not going to be able to grow at the same rate next year. We're going to have to slow some things down. Our profit margins are going to shrink a little bit. This is probably due to a combination of inflation and also a slowing economy. Many of these American companies that you follow get a chunk of their revenue, about half of their revenue, from overseas. And if you follow the overseas economy, what you'll find is that the United States is kind of on an island. The United States is on an island where we're doing well, but the rest of the world is not. Britain is not doing well. China's not doing well. All parts of Europe, most European countries are not doing well. So ultimately what is going on is we're kind of like the last holdout for this great global recession. And at some point, that financial contagion is going to kick in, and that's when you're going to start seeing that next drop in stock prices at some point. So anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. I have to send a quick little text out. And by the way, if you want to follow this podcast on Spotify, we actually are on Spotify. Just look up the Dr. Boyce Breakdown on Spotify, and you can find my podcast on Spotify. Also, join us at the All Black National Convention this week. We're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina all weekend, solving problems, having fun, and connecting with each other. It's a big Black family reunion. It's really awesome. It's 100% Black owned, and it's something we created so that our people could get together and really make decisions and solve problems without interference from other people. I really don't want other people telling us what to do. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of us apologizing for being who we are. I'm tired of us being controlled by other people. I'm tired of us coming in second place. I'm tired of our kids not being ready for the future when we have a ton of experts. There are a ton of experts, like right here in this group. Some of y'all are teachers, lawyers, doctors, specialists, mechanics. You got all kinds of skill. With all the skill that you have in the Black community, you shouldn't be broke. You shouldn't want for anything. And remember that 1.6 trillion, as much as you think that you're poor, as much as you think that you don't have any wealth, that is simply not true. $1.6 trillion a year in spending power exceeds the gross domestic product of about 95% of the countries on this planet. How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all knew that Black income and the money you give away exceeds the gross domestic product of many of the biggest countries on this earth? Did y'all know that? So in fact, let me see here. I'm gonna look up countries ranked by GDP. I'm gonna get a list. Let me tell you. So remember, we're 1.6 trillion. Let me tell you the countries that Black people have more income than these countries. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the list? Give me a yes in the chat if you're ready for me to read some of this to you. I'm gonna really blow your mind. You may have heard this, but sometimes you need to hear it again because sometimes you hear so much garbage that you don't get enough intelligence. I want to give you some intelligence and give you some power and something that's going to make your life better. I don't want you just constantly consuming garbage that you see in media. So here's the deal. The Black people have a higher income per year, 1.6 trillion, than the gross domestic product of Russia that just invaded Ukraine. Russia done scared all of Europe. They done scared the whole world. They got nuclear missiles that we can't even stop. They have the first hypersonic missiles, by the way, that can get around the world in just a few minutes that we can't even shoot down. So this country that has weapons that the United States government can't even keep up with has lower income per year than the Black community. Give me a yes if you are following this. I need y'all to sink this in. I need y'all to kind of sit on that for a minute and understand how powerful your wealth is. You can do anything you put your mind to. You just have been told, you have been fed fake news. You've been given false information. You've been given a bunch of lies that tell you that you're this poor little weak, pathetic, downtrodden group of people where all you know how to do is protest and cry whenever somebody's abusing you. That is not true. You just need to train children to build institutions. That's all you need. If I'm pouring my energy into institution building, I'm going to have institutions. If I'm pouring my energy into developing businesses, I'm going to have more businesses. If we pour our wealth into developing economic systems, then we can have these things. If we put our energy into building our own schools instead of applying for jobs, working for other people, then we can have our own schools. So let me keep going. I'm going to keep reading. So Black people have more income than Russia. We have the other countries that we beat out in terms of annual income. Just so you know, if we were a country, we'd be in the top 10. We're tied with Canada. Canada's 1.6 trillion. So y'all have the GDP of Canada, by the way, in case you didn't know, in case nobody told you. Canada, we tied with Canada. We're ahead of Russia, South Korea. We have more income than Australia, Spain, Mexico, Indonesia, Turkey, the Netherlands, Saudi Arabia, and those rich people in Saudi Arabia. They're known for being rich. So y'all rich. Y'all rich. You're not poor. Stop acting poor. Stop. Poor is a mindset. Poor is an acronym. It stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. That's what poor stands for. Poor is basically a mindset that you were given. You're not poor. You have twice as much. You have actually almost 3 times more income than all of Saudi Arabia. How are you going to be 3 times richer than one of the richest countries on the planet? And you up here walking around talking about you ain't got no wealth. You ain't got no money. Y'all broke. We got to go begging. You ain't got to go beg nobody for nothing. Let me keep going. You also beat out Switzerland, Argentina, Sweden, Poland, Belgium, Thailand, Iran, Austria, Norway, the United Arab Emirates, Nigeria, Israel, South Africa, Hong Kong, Ireland, Denmark. So you have in your community an amount of income every year that is 4 times greater than the total gross domestic product of Denmark. Give me a yes if you're following this. I'm taking a moment to sink this in because I need you to do a couple things. I need you to, number one, listen to me. Stop listening to idiots. Start listening to the experts. Finance is what I do. I taught college students for almost 30 years now. So this is what I know. Stop listening to idiots. Start listening to the experts. Second thing I want you to do is I want you to go take this information back to any of the Negro naysayers. We got a whole lot of Negro naysayers, and forgive them for they know not what they do. Forgive them for they know not what they do. These Negro naysayers, they come up with a problem for every solution. Well, black people ain't got no wealth. Black people can't do nothing. Black people need white people. We need our allies. We can't do nothing. No, you don't. You don't need anybody. All you need is you. That's why George Frazier is coming to the All Black National Convention. I invited George specifically. I'm going to give him the Dr. Claude Anderson Lifetime Achievement Award because he has spent his whole life teaching you that all you need is each other. All you need is to connect. So not just George Frazier ain't the only millionaire coming to the convention. We got billionaire Mike Roberts coming. We have the chairman of the Air Jordan brand, whose sneakers are selling all around the globe. Your kids probably have Jordans. I got a pair. And Larry Miller is coming to the All Black National Convention. These ain't no scrubs, y'all. I know that you ain't gonna never see this in a hip hop music video. You won't see this on CNN. You ain't gonna see it on ABC News. You're not gonna see it announced by the Democratic Party. But I'm announcing it to you that you have some superstars in your community and you have been trained to ignore them. And what I need y'all to do is stop ignoring the superstars and paying all your attention to the scrubs. These scrubs that get out here, don't know what they're talking about. They're asking them the hard questions because they know that they're going to give dumb answers because they've typecast you and they've trained you to believe that you are designated to be stupid. Do you know how many times I have had people? I had one guy who was a former NBA player who, for whatever reason, I guess he kind of got bullied for a long time. So he decided he wanted to take it out on the world. This guy spent all this time talking about I'm uppity because I want black people to be intelligent. Because I told you that I want intelligent black people coming together. Oh, that's uppity. So you're telling me you want black people to be ignorant? I don't want to be ignorant because ignorant people get killed. Ignorant people get played. Ignorant people get used. Ignorant communities get left behind. So if you want to be intelligent, if you agree with me, say yes in the chat. Let me know if you agree. If it is okay for me to push for us to want knowledge over fried chicken. If I want us to have wealth over more hip hop videos. If I want us to have power over ignorance, then give me a yes in the chat if you get what I'm saying. I'm screaming out to all the intelligent black people. I only want to preach to the choir. I'm not here to convert nobody. I don't have the patience for ignorant people that are determined to be ignorant. I can't do that. I don't have the patience that they're going to have to get somebody else for that job. My job is to mobilize those who understand what I'm talking about, to empower you, to encourage you to be as fearless as a gangbanger. You need to ride for your people. You need to really go out here and battle for the things you believe in. You need to fight for your kids. You need to fight for that beautiful black wife you got at home. You need to fight for your black parents that raised you right in a world where everybody's being raised wrong. You need to fight for what you believe. Fight for your wealth. Fight for your future generation. Fight for your legacy. Fight for your last name. That's what we're supposed to do. Now, just so you know, I did not plan on saying any of this tonight. I was actually a little bit tired, but when I got started talking, I kind of just got into it and I had to share it because God is telling me to spit this out to you now, and maybe somebody will hear it and somebody will apply it, and maybe we can change somebody's life. That is my goal every day, is to give you what you need so you can go to the next level in your life. Okay, so long story short, that's it. That's my 2 cents on the issue. We're going to be meeting in Charlotte all weekend long. We start Friday. We have all kinds of classes and sessions and panels and speakers, and it took a whole year to plan this, and we're going to be there from Friday through Sunday. You can also join virtually. If you go to my website, I put everything on my website to make it easy. There's allblacknationalconvention.com, which is the main website, but you can also just go to my website if you just want to find the virtual passes or whatever the case may be. So I hope you all are okay with this. I hope you'll hear me when I'm inviting you to be a part of this, because this is something we put together for the people that want to win. And I believe that we are meant to be winners. I don't have any patience for sitting back and constantly accepting second place. I'm not trying to be the 2021 New York Jets. I want to be a Super Bowl champion. I believe that we can win. We just have to have the right mindset, and we have to teach each other the right skill. Less twerking, more working. Let's get it done. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Also, just a reminder, public service announcement. There are a lot of fake Boyce Watkins accounts on TikTok and on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So if they hit you up and they say inbox me or whatever, or try to connect with you through the inbox, that is not me. I don't send inbox messages, so do not think that it's me. I do not want anybody to be used by these people. I want to warn you guys about that. And also at the convention, my wife is going to be there. She's going to do speed dating. She's got a bunch of ladies that love to match make. So that's going to be one of the fun things we're going to do. So we're just going to have a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun stuff. And also you're going to learn a lot. So I hope you'll join us or at least consider it. Okay, guys. So long story short, let me finish up here with the stock stuff. Basically with your stocks, don't be surprised if you see another dip. Don't be surprised if you find out very soon that this whole rally that you saw the last week or so is an illusion. Most research I've done says this is what is called a bear market rally. So if you've been thinking about jumping in because you've been seeing stocks go up, 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 you may want to keep a little money to the side to make sure you can jump in when the prices dip. So the day you see the big companies like for example, Google and Microsoft, they're going to come back. They're going to come back hard. They're eventually going to be making money again. So as a long-term investment for you and your kids, maybe Google and Microsoft are companies that you want to take a look at. It's totally up to you. I don't know if how long the market's going to be flat. The volatility, you're just seeing a lot of up and down. That volatility is coming from the fact that there's a lot of uncertainty and what is referred to as information dispersion. So when there's a lot of uncertainty and nobody knows exactly what's going on, that's when you start seeing that herky-jerky stuff. So this is a tough market. This is like sailing a ship in a thunderstorm. So when you do that, you got to be steady on your course. If you want to survive this, you can't freak out. You can't just jump overboard. You can't just give your boat away. You got to just stay focused and stay steady and consistently invest in solid companies. Now, if you guys would like to meet us in stock market investing classes, you guys know we meet every single Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Feel free to, or anything that you want to learn, you can go to theblackbusinessschool.com. We have 152,000 students worldwide. Most of them pay less than a couple $100s a year. Some of them pay nothing. And we give away more for free than your university gave you for $100,000 because we know what we're doing. We have the best black wealth experts on the planet. We are 100% on top of our game. We have doctors, lawyers, billionaires, millionaires that come through, and we've got you covered. So feel free to join us in the Black Business School. You can actually get started for free. So the URL's on the screen. I hope you'll go take a look. All right, guys, please have a wonderful day. God bless you, and I hope that you make a ton of money. And I'll check back in. I'm going to Charlotte tomorrow for the convention, so I hope to maybe see you guys in person. So take care. Have a good one. I'll see you soon. Peace.